Thanks to Rocket Money for sponsoring this video. The Thunderbolts movie got a new title. Kind of, but we think it's going to be getting another title change very soon. A title that will cement President Thunderbolt Ross as the Norman Osborn of the MCU, and also set Ross up as a key player in the multiversal war coming to Universe 616 and Avengers 5 and Avengers Secret Wars. Welcome back, Screen Crush, I'm Ryan Airy, and the Thunderbolts got a new title card featuring a new font and a little asterisk at the end. Now, this new title card was first spotted in a behind-the-scenes video with Florence Pugh on set of the movie, and then again at Marvel Studios CinemaCon presentation where Kevin Feige actually acknowledged the slight change.
That is the official title of the movie, is Thunderbolts with a asterisk, and we won't talk any more about that until after the movie comes out.
And also, guys, I have a special announcement. We've got merch over on ScreenCrushMerch.com. We've got lots of awesome shirts that we design ourselves, such as the MCU Savior shirt, Bert and Ernie as Deadpool and Wolverine, our X-Men 97 lineup, including my new favorite, Mon Cher, a tribute to Gambit.
Remember it.
Shopping our merch store is the best way to directly support our channel so that we can keep making videos like this one for you. Thank you so much for your support. The links are below. So, we think this asterisk in the Thunderbolts title is confirmation that the movie will indeed be getting a new name. And we're pretty sure that new title is going to be...
It's called the Revengers.
Revenges?
What? What's it gonna be?
The Dark Avengers.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening.
Procedure.
Stay calm!
And this change in the title could tell us a lot about the plot of the film and how it will play into the greater MCU and how the film is going to tie into Captain America: Brave New World. Our very own Colton Ogburn saw exclusive footage of Brave New World at CinemaCon, and in this exclusive scene we saw an exchange between Thunderbolt Ross and Sam Wilson suggesting that the Dark Avengers are coming.
I am coming.
Hey, good news person, I bought a car.
That's great, man, but how did you afford a car?
Oh, I can't afford it. I am deeply in debt.
Dude, you have to stop overspending so much.
But finances are so boring and confusing, and look at my car. Beep, beep.
No, finances are not confusing, not if you use the mobile app Rocket Money. Rocket Money helps you to save more and spend less. It's an easy-to-use personal finance manager that lets you manage your subscriptions, lower your bills, check your credit score, and plan for your financial future.
Gee whiz, all that in just one app?
Yes, and it's very easy to use. I input my financial details and found out that I was spending $40 a month in subscription services that I totally forgot about. Like for our job here, one time I had to research a movie that was on Showtime, so I signed up for the free trial, totally forgot about it, and then I was billed later on. But Rocket Money identifies these extra services, and then you can even cancel these services from within the app. No customer service calls. Rocket Money has helped save its customers up to $740 a year with over 500 million in canceled subscriptions. But it is also great for budgeting. Another time, I signed up for a Costco membership with a credit card that I never used, and then I didn't catch the annual membership fee. My credit score dropped 60 points because I missed the payments.
Oh, geez, that really sucks.
It does. It really does. But Rocket Money would have caught that mistake. So if you use Rocket Money, you can analyze your spending habits to create a custom budget that works with your lifestyle, and you get notifications when you've exceeded your budget limits. So to save more and spend less, join the over 5 million members using Rocket Money today. Go to rocketmoney.com/screencrush or use the link in the description to get started for free. Now, back to what I was saying. So in June of 2022, a Thunderbolts movie was announced as the final film of Phase 5 of the MCU. This character poster lineup for the Thunderbolts featured Valentina Allegra. You know her from Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Black Widow, and Wakanda Forever. She's the director of the CIA and has seemingly been forming a team of anti-heroes. Oh, and she's also Everett Ross's ex-wife.
Maybe I'll drop by sometime and jump on your Peloton.
I am coming.
This lineup also includes Ghost from Ant-Man and the Wasp, Red Guardian from Black Widow, Black Widow's sister Yelena Belova, Bucky Barnes as Winter Soldier, John Walker's U.S. Agent, and Taskmaster. So the Thunderbolts were first introduced in the comics in 1997. They were tasked with filling the void of the Avengers and the Fantastic Four, who were thought to be dead at the time. Baron Zemo secretly led the team as Citizen V, and the other team consisted of other villains disguised as heroes. Now, over the years, they have served as both villains and anti-heroes, and the team has consisted of various characters from Marvel's Rogues Gallery, and heroes like Hawkeye.
You didn't see that coming?
Now, while the Thunderbolts share a name with Thunderbolt Ross, it is important to point out that this team originally had no connection to Thunderbolt Ross in the comics, but it's long been speculated that the MCU's version of the Thunderbolts would be named after Thunderbolt Ross and would be a team that was formed as his own version of the Avengers, enhanced individuals that he could control and use as his own task force of anti-heroes, similar to Amanda Waller and the Suicide Squad.
God damn it! Task Force X! This is your last motherfucking warning!
With several of these characters having criminal pasts, I could easily see some of this team's members being blackmailed into serving as a member of Ross's team. He could even offer them pardons as president. But I could also see Ross convincing characters like Bucky and Yelena to fill the shoes of Avengers like Steve Rogers and Black Widow.
But what about the Red Hulk? Please resist.
Oh, we're gonna get to that, believe me. At CinemaCon, Marvel showed exclusive footage from Captain America Brave New World where President Thunderbolt Ross tells Sam Wilson's Captain America that he wants to reform the Avengers. Following the events of Avengers Endgame, the team has seemingly been disbanded. And since then, we've heard references to the Avengers not really being a thing anymore.
Are you the head Avenger now? No, I'm not.
And so we need you to come back, because everyone kept asking me where the Avengers are, and I don't know what to say to that.
So we know that President Ross is looking to form a team of heroes, a team that he looks to control, just like in Captain America Civil War with the Sokovia Accords. It's clear from the footage shown at the Marvel panel that Sam and Ross won't see eye to eye on the future of the Avengers, and the two will have irreconcilable differences regarding reforming the team.
The only power I have is that I believe we can do better.
You're a real hero.
And while Captain America won't be joining this new team, we still think that President Ross will be set on forming a team of enhanced individuals as his own private attack dogs. And to get public support, he'll call this team the Avengers, or perhaps even the New Avengers. He'll credit himself with the reforming of this team of heroes tasked with protecting America and the world at large. After Sam Wilson was accepted as the new Captain America at the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Ross will realize that he needs Sam as the face of this new team in order for it to work. And when Sam refuses, I think we'll see Ross attempt to eliminate Sam and use his death to bring heroes together. After all, they need something to avenge. Our theory is that we could see Brave New World end with Sam having seemingly died a hero, but it will really be Ross who has taken Sam off the board and imprisoned him in a place like the Raft, like we see in Captain America Civil War. Ross will give a big speech talking about how Sam was an American hero and how his sacrifice can't be in vain. This will convince Bucky to join the new team out of respect for both Sam and Steve. Yelena Belova will also be convinced to join and to fill the shoes of her sister and be the team's new Black Widow. Captain America Brave New World will end with the team of New Avengers being introduced to the world by President Ross, laying the groundwork for the following film that comes out the same year.
Thunderbolts asterisk.
Yes and no. It's going to be the Dark Avengers. So, the Dark Avengers are essentially Norman Osborn's Avengers.
The Green Goblin had an Avengers?
Yep, it was a team of villains and anti-heroes very similar to the Thunderbolts. In fact, there was a time in the comics where the Dark Avengers replaced the Thunderbolts, but their most popular iteration goes as follows. After the Skrull invasion, we see Norman become head of the 50-State Initiative, an initiative created by Tony Stark to have superhero teams in each of the 50 states.
Wow, does like Wyoming and Delaware really need a superhero?
I guess they do in the 616. This also put Norman in charge of the Thunderbolts, as well as S.H.I.E.L.D., which was turned into an agency called Hammer. Osborn drew a lot of scrutiny from past members of the OG Avengers, and characters like Clint Barton's Hawkeye accused him of manipulating the American people. Osborn became not only one of Spider-Man's greatest foes, but also one of the greater foes of the entire Marvel Comics universe. And we think that's a role we're going to see Thunderbolt Ross take on. Marvel, however, does not have the exclusive rights to the character of Norman Osborn. Those rights are still in the hands of Sony.
He was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders right before she died.
But Thunderbolt Ross is a great character to fill the shoes of Osborn and serve the same role that Osborn does in the comics. So this Dark Avengers movie would open like your standard Avengers film. We'd see the New Avengers embarking on a mission orchestrated by President Ross. And throughout this film, we'd see members like Yelena and Bucky begin to question Ross's orders and not be comfortable with the missions and objectives that he is handing down. And as this new team of Avengers begins to see the darkness behind Ross, they begin to question everything, even the death of Sam Wilson. Bucky and Yelena will then break from the team and be deemed fugitives by Ross, and Ross's Avengers will be sent to apprehend them. Characters like Red Guardian, Taskmaster, Ghost, and US Agent will feel a loyalty to Ross for giving them purpose and a second chance at life following their villainous past. But once Bucky and Yelena prove that Sam Wilson is alive and that Ross covered it up, we'll see them all turn on Ross and engage in an epic battle with Ross's Red Hulk. Now in the comics, we've seen Thunderbolt Ross become the Red Hulk. Remember that Ross's first superhero obsession was Bruce Banner and the Hulk.
As far as I'm concerned, that man's whole body is property of the U.S. Army.
Images from on set of Captain America Brave New World have shown us Harrison Ford in tattered clothing, suggesting that we'll see him go Hulk in this movie. Anyways, the Avengers battle with the Red Hulk will be brutal. We'll see Ghost, US Agent, Red Guardian, and Taskmaster. They'll all be killed in this gruesome slugfest, and they'll poetically die true Avengers by having stood up to Ross.
And at least I died an Avenger.
Bucky, Yelena, and Sam will barely escape the clutches of Ross's giant red fist, and they will once again become fugitives. But after telling their side of the story, the country will become torn. Roughly half of the country will support the president, and the other half will support Cap and the Avengers. Just like in real-world politics, America and the world will find itself in a war of ideology. Following what Ross views as a betrayal by his Avengers, he'll decide that he doesn't need a team of heroes. He's been burned one too many times. He'll instead collect the bodies of his fallen Avengers and use their blood to give himself their powers in addition to his Hulk powers, just like we saw Norman Osborn do in the comics. In the comics, after having once again shown himself to be the villain, Norman absorbs the powers of the Dark Avengers, and after an encounter with the Red Hulk, he absorbs his powers too, transforming Osborn into the Purple Hulk. Ross, now having the powers of his Dark Avengers and the power of the Hulk, will make him a formidable foe and rid him of the need for a team. He will have what he always wanted, full control and their power. Ross will pin the deaths of the Avengers on Sam, while Sam insists that it was Ross. And just like in real life, we'll see the truth become treated as a matter of opinion. Sam, Yelena, and Bucky will begin recruiting new Avengers, and this will be where characters like She-Hulk, Spider-Man, Shang-Chi, and other new faces in the Marvel Universe will form the new team of Avengers that will follow into Avengers 5 and Avengers Secret Wars, as well as Avengers-adjacent characters like Doctor Strange, America Chavez, Wong, and the classic heavy hitters like Hulk and Thor. The country will be at a great divide, echoing the great divide of the Avengers following Captain America Civil War. And just like the divide of the Avengers laid the groundwork for Thanos to succeed in Infinity War, the same will be true for the foe of Avengers 5. As the multiversal incursion that has been teased for many films finally begins, and Universe 616 begins to collide with another universe, we'll see a great divide on how to respond to this universal threat. Ross, as president, will work not only with other world leaders like the Ten Rings, but other leaders throughout the 616 universe as well. He'll try to convince leaders of various planets that they must destroy the other universe before it destroys theirs, while the Avengers and other groups like the Guardians of the Galaxy will strive for a more noble approach that saves both universes from annihilation, all laying the groundwork for what's to come in Avengers 5 and Avengers Secret Wars. And all of that starts with Captain America Brave New World and Phase 5's final film, The Dark Avengers. So guys, that's our idea for what the new Thunderbolts title could be and what it tells us about the future of the multiverse saga and its final phase. Big shout out to the writer of this video, Colton Ogburn. You can find his links down below. And let us know what you think down in the comments, or you can @ me on Twitter. And if it's your first time here, hey, welcome to the channel. Please subscribe, smash the bell for alerts. For Screen Crush, I'm Ryan Airy.